Welcome to the Properties to Profit podcast. I'm Michael, your host. Excited to share with you my journey from a six-figure job to building a successful real estate business. Each episode will explore various aspects of real estate investing, from wholesaling and flipping to managing rentals. I'll share the lessons and insights I've gained, aiming to help you avoid mistakes and achieve your financial goals. Expect guest experts, valuable tips, and practical advice to guide you on your own real estate journey. Thank you for tuning in. If you find any value in this podcast, please subscribe, share, and follow me on social media. Let's turn properties into profits together.
I got the fortunate news that I won an event with Alex Hormozi, and I got to spend the day with him. So I want to talk about the top 10 lessons I learned, plus a few bonus ones, spending 10 hours plus with Alex Hormozi. And so the first one, first things first, none of these are in any kind of order. They're just like as I wrote them down and I kind of just put them up here. So most goals are attainable, just extend the horizon. So what's that mean? We underestimate what we can do in 10 years and overestimate what we can do in 1 year. And so it's like, we want to have $100 million business. We all want to do it in 5 years. It's just like, just do it for 20 years and we'll have the business that we can dream of and it will all be worth it. Instead of asking, how can I make 100 million in 3 years when we've never made $1 million? It's like, what increments do I need to hit? And then ask yourself, how can I do that in 10 years? And what happens is when we think that long out, we start making the decisions that help us get there. This shift will really help remove the pressure, anxiety, and it replaces with consistency, allowing you to build the systems and the skills that actually compound to actually hit you the goal. That's why people actually hit their goals quicker. Two, do more of what works. Us as business owners, we get bored easy, and boredom always causes us to go chase things that are new. But Alex talks about how new rarely works. You know how many businesses we could start before one wins? It's like, that's what happens when we leave the business that's working. The truth is, what's holding us most people back isn't lack of innovation. It's lack of execution on the fundamentals. And if you really need innovating, just create new marketing. And then when it's working, your job's to double down on it. So if it's sales, scripting, offers, double down on it. Don't replace it with something new. Boredom is often just resistance to solving the hard problems that actually move the needle so that you can attain the goals that we just talked about in number one. Number three, focus on inputs, not outputs. We all want the $10 million a month, your sales guys to hit X, but you can't control the results. There's so many uncontrollables. You can control the actions that will potentially get to those outcomes. So we always focus on revenue, followers, contracts, instead of tracking the outputs like calls, follow-ups, how many pieces of content did we make, how many did we post, offers made. Those metrics are the metrics we need to watch, because it's going to help you determine what's actually helping you perform. So fall in love with the process, not the outcome, because the outputs take care of themselves when you put the inputs in. Every business owner carries some kind of debt. You just get to decide what it is. So he talks about you either incur money debt starting a business, meaning you go hire the best people to have the best reputation, and that costs money. You got to pay that debt down so you as the owner can get paid. You have a reputation debt, which means you might be doing everything and a ball might get dropped and you might get a bad review or someone doesn't want to work with you. Or you have a talent debt. You're hiring people below what is required to get good people because you can't afford to pay them. So just choose which one you're okay with dealing with and move on. All of them happen and all of them have turned into big businesses. Just comes down to which one you can work with. So like if you raise money, you owe investors. If you borrow, you owe financially. That there is no debt that you won't carry as a business owner getting started, especially. Stick with the strategy long term. Alex Hormozi's talked to the 10 best referral partners and then 10 random ones. In consistency, it was like, oh, it got hard at this, so I started this and it's going really well. And at the end of it, he was just laughing. He's like, I should have known that a whole bunch of marketers. I was one of the few people who wasn't a marketer there. I think there were only like 4 or 5 people outside of marketing, and most of them came from the random draw, not the referral partners. And most good things look like they're failing up front. So like most strategies look like they're failing up front. Don't be afraid of that. You have to give the system enough time to produce the results that you want. The problem is rarely the playbook. There's billionaires in almost every industry. It's the impatience of the player. So the game doesn't end unless you die or you quit. Just keep spinning and eventually you get the results you want. Discipline is a skill. No one woke up today disciplined, right? No one was not going to cry. Whatever that was. It's a muscle that can be built through reps. The key is to practice small, repeat disciplines, and do the hard thing. Do the things you're promising yourself to do and finish them. Just like any skill in life, it grows with use and decays with neglect. The people who seem naturally disciplined have simply practiced being uncomfortable longer. So what are you doing to increase your discipline muscle? People don't remember the money you made, they remember how you made them feel. Money's transactional, but impact is emotional. Whether it's your employees, customers, or partners, people never forget how you treated them. Hormozi really doubles down that reputation compounds faster than revenue, and doubles down that that's the only reason he was able to sell $100 million books and make that kind of money off of his books is because of his reputation. He never worried about money when he's posting content. And in the long game, how you win matters more than how much you win. So you want to be remembered for doing the great things. And he credits a lot of his success is always doing the right thing. Build proof through reviews and testimonials. So many of us are stuck in the transaction grind in our business, especially in this real estate business. But I think that's most startups, that they forget that the proof over promises. Get what actual real people have to say about it. You don't have to convince people when your clients are already doing it for you. Social proof is leverage. It will help you close the deals at higher margins. Easy reviews, case studies, and testimonial lowers resistance and increases trust. And trust scales faster than marketing spend. And then I like how he really started the whole day with Solomon's paradox. Wisdom is obvious externally. So he really set the frame that like, I'm going to look like a genius. And a lot of you guys are going to think, oh, they should do these things. Well, it's really easy to see when you don't have any other problems and we're all able to shut off and not have the problems of our business right now, except for the guy talking through it who still can't shut his brain off from his current issues with business. And then this comes from the idea that we can give great advice to others, but we fail to follow it ourselves. It's easier to see clearly from the outside because ego is always in the way and emotion can cloud our internal judgment. And that's how Alex uses it to make better decisions. By asking, what would I tell a friend if they were in my position? It's a powerful filter for clarity. Life is all about trade-offs. You can have short-term pleasure or long-term fulfillment, not both at the same time. So that's everything. With a relationship, that's with money, that's with your kids, health. Like I can go eat McDonald's today, or I'm lactose intolerant, but I love ice cream. I can go eat ice cream today. You'll feel good really in a moment, but I'll pay for it later. Same with relationships. I can have a new girlfriend every night, but I'll pay for it later. Whereas I can have the long-term relationship, which will be hard, but 30, 40 years from now, I'll have someone to take care of me and a life partner. And it's the same thing with like getting in shape. I can go to the gym today. It will hurt momentarily, but in 15 years, I'll still be able to move. The key is just to consciously choose your trade-offs. There's going to be a trade-off. You get to decide which one's the most important to you. Is the hamburger more important to you, or is being healthy later on more important? Remember, that workout today means energy later. Bonus, he really talked about the swamp. And what's the swamp, you ask? It's where most businesses die. I think he said something like 85% of businesses will never cross $5 million in revenue. So he called that the swamp because it's so hard. You're too big to be small and too small to be big. You're stuck hiring managers, building infrastructure, and losing margins. It's where you're squeezed the most as a business owner. It requires a shift from doing the work to be creating machine. And you got to prioritize breaking and systemizing and delegating, and then focus on profit over the hustle. And it's tough. So it's really easy to be profitable when you're a single man guy. But to get past that 5 million where you have a team and leadership in place, it can be difficult. Bonus number 2, have hard conversations. How many times have you needed to manage someone and didn't? You want better team performance, higher sales, stronger relationships. It's on the other side of the hard conversation that you're avoiding. Growth and comfort almost never coexist. Think about it. We come into this world and cause so much pain to our mothers. Why is that? Because we're growing. So if that's how we start the world, we have to understand that to get to what we want, we have to grow. and growing is uncomfortable. Remember when your teeth came in? Remember when you grew an inch? Remember when you go tear your biceps so you can grow that at the gym? All of that is uncomfortable. And leaders who are willing to have direct, uncomfortable talks move faster because they solve problems in real time instead of letting them fester. So I hope you guys found some key takeaways that I had from Alex Hormozi. There's always a ton, and I strongly recommend you go give him a follow. And if you guys found any advice or anything good on this, please share, leave us a review wherever you heard this. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you for listening to the Properties for Profit podcast. I hope you found today's episode valuable. If you enjoy the show, please subscribe and share it with others who might benefit. Follow me on social media for more updates and tips. Until next time, keep turning properties into profits.